imagine $1 million?
Who would you sleep with for $1 million?
Denzel Washington, no doubt about it.
Solely for the cash?
Look, I know what went down with you and my predecessor.
He begs for justice. But when I try to help him, I am laughed at.
Nobody's laughing.
You better slow down. You two are not going to any rap concert. Why not? What's the big deal? Rap concerts are dangerous. People get shot at them all the time.
Arnetia Walker. She made Broadway history as the only woman to play all 3 original Dreamgirls. But her real story, even more powerful than the spotlight. Before the standing ovations and camera flashes came tragedy, hustle, and a quiet kind of strength that Hollywood rarely celebrates. From surviving loss as a baby to breaking barriers on stage and screen, Arnetia's journey is one of talent and a whole lot of grace.
I was an orphan, so I really didn't have any. I did a lot on my own. When I think about courage and the drive I had that young.
So how did this girl from Georgia end up making a name for herself in an industry that doesn't make it easy? Let's take it back. See, Arnetia didn't follow the Hollywood playbook. She made her own lane on stage, on screen, and behind the scenes. Whether she was playing a nurse on primetime or screaming her heart out on Broadway, she kept showing up and shutting it down.
Yeah, well, I am sorry. And if it matters any, I'm glad that I was wrong about you.
Before the lights, the Broadway stages, or any hint of Hollywood, Arnetia Walker was just a baby girl from Columbus, Georgia, born in 1956. But life didn't wait to get heavy. Her mom passed away when she was still an infant, before she could even remember her face.
My mother died when I was an infant. I never knew who my daddy was. And when I was 5, I went to live with a sister who married a guy that was in the Air Force.
After some time, she moved to New York City to stay with family. That's a lot for a little one. But here's the twist. That big move, it ended up changing everything because New York didn't just raise her, it woke something up in her.
I went to live with a brother that lived in New York. I read about the High School of Performing Arts.
Even as a kid, Arnetia had that something you just couldn't teach. And in a city like New York, packed with talent, she still managed to shine.
And she went one by one and made every kid sing. Then when she got to me, she took me aside later and she said, you know, you really have something special.
She went to the High School of Performing Arts, the one that inspired the show fame. Yep, that one. Everyone there wanted to be a star, but Miss Walker, she was already acting like one.
During lunch, after we'd eat lunch, we'd, push everything aside and they put the music on and we'd sing and dance.
By the time she was 16, she was working professionally in theater, not background gigs, not student showcases, real roles, real checks, real stages. And the thing is, she wasn't just a great actress. She could sing. Like really sing, Broadway-level vocals. And that would become her secret weapon. She eventually landed in Dreamgirls, a role that changed everything.
Dreamgirls, boys will make you happy.
Actually, not just a role. She became the only actress to ever play all 3 of the Dreamgirls, Dina, Laurel, and the iconic Effie White. On stage.
I was like, yeah, Michael. He says, you know how you always wanted to play Effie? And I said, yeah. Well, you're on tonight. Get over here now.
That's vocal range, emotional depth, and acting chops all in one. So by the time she stepped in front of a TV camera, she had already conquered one of the hardest stages in the world. And she wasn't even close to done. She didn't stop at the stage. She took that same energy to Hollywood. Her screen journey kicked off in the early 80s, showing up as one of the doggets in The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
I'll expose the facts, although it fills me with disgust.
Blink and you might miss her. But even back then, she had that watch me spark. Fast forward to the late 80s, and Miss Walker was everywhere. Midnight Caller, Quantum Leap.
Well, it isn't a monkey bone.
Look, Tracy, I'll talk to you in a little bit.
And All Men, all in the same year. She was just popping up and stealing scenes. In Quantum Leap, she played Tracy. And yeah, she only had 1 episode, but she left a mark. That's the thing about Miss Walker. She knew how to slide in and light up the screen.
It's for getting in touch with your feelings. Jade green means you're ultra intense.
Then in 1991 came Nurses, and this was the role that made folks sit up.
Not anymore. Now, as I was saying, certain liberties are being taken and it's gonna stop.
Nurse Annie Rowland, as she wasn't just passing through, she was holding it down. This was rare back then. A Black woman with a lead role in a primetime network show, that was a big deal. She didn't play the sassy sidekick. She played the heart of the hospital, period. And she didn't slow down. In the Cosby Mysteries, she played Clea Dupre.
I am blessed and cursed with the ability to speak with the spirit.
Then she rolled through classics like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
This whole audit can be resolved very quickly. All you have to do is cooperate.
And Love and War, both in 95. She even popped up in the underrated Western comedy The Cherokee Kid as Jenny. From 96 to 98, she hit a string of shows that everybody was watching. Living Single, Malcolm and Eddie.
Look at me. You think this was the first time I'd ever been in a fancy hotel room with a man?
Just Shoot Me.
Look at the choo-choo. Look at the choo-choo. And you know, I gotta tell you.
The Steve Harvey Show.
Oh, Eddie, that's exactly what you used to say to me when you were 6.
These weren't filler roles. She was the kind of guest star who made you wish she had more appearances. The industry wasn't throwing starring roles at Black women who weren't playing the Hollywood game. And Miss Walker, she wasn't playing. She showed up with theater training, dignity, and a no-nonsense presence that didn't always fit the industry's type. So yeah, there were gaps, typecasts, and short gigs, but she didn't vanish. She was still out there. In 1999, she landed an 8-episode run on Popular as Miss Ross, bringing sass and heart to the high school halls.
You will encounter this term frequently. Greek mythology is full of characters who make the mistake of angering the gods.
Not long after, she popped up in City of Angels as Etta Sotheby.
Now, yesterday, you came up against your worst nightmare. You were the most helpless that you've ever been in your life, and the only person that could save you was me, a Black person.
Another hospital setting, but this time, the cast was mostly Black and the stories hit closer to home. She kept the work coming with one-off roles in Touched by an Angel, Judging Amy, Kate Brasher, Everybody Loves Raymond, and The Big House, where she played Tina.
Now, Warren, you know I don't like you taking the bus home late at night. I'll pick you up at the Shop-a-Lot after work.
The Shop-a-Lot? He's not working at the Shop-a-Lot?
A short-lived sitcom, sure, but it had Kevin Hart before his superstardom, and she held her own with that early-stage chaos. In 2008, she popped up as Grandma Porter in College Road Trip. A warm, funny supporting role that once again showed she had that mom energy locked in. The kind that feels real, not just played.
1 second!
We're here.
Hi, Grandma.
Not so rough, you breaker. Hey, Mama, good to see you.
Then, almost a decade later, she appeared on the 2017 show Dynasty. That's right, CW reboot, New Generation, and there she was, Luella Cohen, mother of Michael and Evie.
Wow, what a pleasure to meet you.
You too. We couldn't be prouder of our boy moving up so quickly.
Only 7 episodes, she brought weight. She even stepped into voice acting with Quorum, a 2018 podcast series where she played Vera, the receptionist, across 2 episodes. That voice, instantly recognizable. And just when you think she's slowing down, nope. In 2023, she stepped into a recurring role as Grandma in How to Be a Bookie. 12 episodes and counting, and she's bringing the funny with a side of wisdom vibe.
I don't care about no TV. I want my house back.
Can we please not do this now?
See this? I used to live here. It's in a cul-de-sac in Brentwood.
Still doing what she does best, showing up, shining bright, and reminding everyone who she is. Now, if you're looking for messy drama or tabloid tea on her, good luck. She doesn't move like that. Throughout her entire career, she kept her personal life very private. No oversharing, no viral moments, and definitely no reality TV meltdowns. She's from that era where the work spoke louder than the headlines, and she's kept that same quiet grace all the way through. There's not much public info about her relationships, and she's never been the type to parade a partner or make her love life part of her brand. That's not her vibe. What we do know is that she's married to television news anchor Elliot Francis, and they have a son named Trevor.
He is a budding filmmaker. I think he's a very good writer, and he's fiercely independent.
Still, she's kept her private life low-key, choosing to focus on her craft, building a steady, grounded career without chasing clout or sparking controversy. On set, she's known for being professional, humble, and supportive, the kind of presence that uplifts a production without demanding the spotlight.
In the theater, everybody kind of takes care of everybody else.
Even outside of acting, she stayed connected to the arts. She's done stage readings, backed theater programs, and shared wisdom with younger Black artists trying to break through. So while she never made her personal life the main headline, she built something far more lasting: peace, passion, and a career on her own terms. And that's real power. As of now, she is 71, and she's living proof that true talent never really fades. It just gets sharper. She might not have a Hollywood star or a shelf of awards, but her resume speaks for itself. From dominating the Broadway stage to holding her own in front of the camera, she built a career that's not only impressive, it's rare. Let's talk about finance, shall we? Her estimated net worth is around $500K, built over decades of consistent work. No scandals, no gimmicks, just steady bookings, solid performances, and a work ethic that kept her moving long after the camera stopped rolling. She also helped pave the way for Black actresses who didn't want to be boxed in.
Miss Walker showed that you could do serious drama and comedy.
You could be theatrical and naturalistic. She wasn't afraid to be versatile, and that's part of what made her unforgettable. But like so many Black women in entertainment, she didn't get many flowers. There were slow years, missed opportunities, and roles she should have had first. And through all that, she stayed classy, kept working, and never stopped creating a space for herself.
It's very important that we pay dues or have lean times, because if you don't, then how do you know when the good times are?
Today, she might not be trending, but she's a legend in her own right. The kind of legend you hear about in dressing rooms, at casting calls, in backstage whispers. She never chased fame. She mastered her craft. And that's the kind of legacy that lasts.